Hey everybody, it's Monday night. Are you ready for some wink and pucker? Well, it's here. This is Melody. I'm Brian. I'm Pucker. She's Wink. And welcome to the beginning of a new week. First, Wink is going to tell you what's what with Tori Bell. And then we're going to throw a little recipe at you that we think you're going to love. And then we'll just talk about some things that is going on in our lives and some reflections we've had lately. But here is Wink with Tori Bell news.
Okay, so last Thursday we launched a new bundle. It's called Belle of the Ball. And you get a choice of lashes between Date Night and Wonderlash. And I have on Wonderlash right now. And then you get a choice of eyeliner between the classic in black or the made in the USA in black. And the eyeshadow is Wildflowers, which is a beautiful colors. And gals, we have Beachy back. Our Lippy and Beachy is back in stock. So if you didn't get a chance to get it before, now's the time to get it. It's kind of a corally color. It's a beautiful color, and we don't have any other colors like it, so it's a beautiful color. And we still have our Safe and Sexy bundle, which are 2 pairs of wash your hands soap sheets, which I told you before, you can carry them in your purse. And when you're out and there's no soap in the restroom or wherever you are, you can pull them out and take a sheet and mix it with water and it becomes soap. It's really cool. And then Digerm hand sanitizer pen, which is nice because we always need our hand sanitizer nowadays. And the Tori Bell face mask, which is really pretty. It's black and with white letters and very pretty. And then you also get the Date Night lashes. So those are 2 of our bundles that are still available. And then we have our other bundles, different lashes that are available. So that's the Tori Bell news.
About maybe a couple of months ago, Wink said to me, I'm going to make a tomato pie. And to me, a tomato pie always meant a pizza without cheese. Just that simple. That's the only kind I knew of. And she said, no, not so fast. She had a recipe for something that was called a tomato pie, but it was much different. And she made it. And this past weekend, we had some friends of ours over, and we decided to serve it to them. And as it turned out, they loved it too. It's just a delicious and easy thing to prepare. It's not something that you have every day of the week, so it kind of breaks up the monotony. And Wink is going to tell you a little bit more about it.
Yeah, it's a recipe that is from Taste Better from Scratch called tomato pie. And what it is you buy the ready-made pie crust, that you get, and you unroll it and bake it. Put it in a pie pan, bake it. And then you slice tomatoes and let them sit so the juices come out of them, because you want all that juice out of your tomatoes. You line the tomatoes in the pie, and then you put fresh basil, chopped basil, and green onion, white onion chopped up, and you layer that, 3 layers of that, the tomatoes, the basil, the onion, and 3 layers of that. And then on the top you mix, it's fattening, a cup of mayonnaise, a cup of cheddar cheese, and a cup of mozzarella cheese. And you mix that up, put it on top with, I guess that's it. Yeah, that's it. And you put it in the oven, bake it for 30 minutes. It's so good.
Yes, of course, it's fattening, so of course it's going to be so good.
And it's really delicious. And it's called tomato pie, which confuses most people, because it's not your traditional tomato pie.
If you haven't tried it, do so. You won't be disappointed.
And it's good to do while the tomatoes are still, decent and still good.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of things going on in the world today, and a lot of them aren't very good. It so happens that Wink comes from the West Coast. She had her schooling and did most of her growing up in the Portland, Oregon area. She has a daughter out there still with 2 grandchildren. Her brother and his wife are still out there. She has nieces and nephews. So that area is very important to her. And of course, they've really been experiencing just a hell on earth lately with these forest fires.
Yeah, so my heart is really heavy for everybody on the West Coast, Oregon, Washington, California, and I think it's even spread further out, like other areas. But there, it's really
penetrated
bad.
Utah into the state of Washington.
But it's really bad, and my family hasn't had to, my immediate family hasn't had to evacuate, but my extended family, some of them have had to evacuate, which is scary. And the air quality is the worst in the world right now, the whole world. And some of them, like my daughter, can't even leave her house, go outside, because the air quality is so bad. And they're concerned that what this could mean in 6 months from now for the people who are in these places that are breathing this air, even in their homes, what it's going to do to their lungs. So this is really serious, and my heart is heavy, his heart is heavy, and we've been doing a lot of praying for these people, and we're hoping, there is rumor that there's going to be rain, right?
Chance of some rain, I think tomorrow and then again later this week. Don't know how extensive the rain's going to be. Lord knows they need that more than anything else in the world right now. So we're prayerfully hopeful that that's going to happen.
But if you think about it, say a prayer for those 3 states and other states that are also involved, but it's very serious, and people are losing their homes. Can you imagine losing your home and all your possessions, everything? I mean, I just can't imagine. So, it's bad. So
we ask that you keep them in your prayers. There's strength in numbers, and the more prayers, the more hope.
Yeah.
We also had a remembrance this past week on Friday of a horrible day in our history 19 years ago, which was 9/11. And while I know a lot of us thought about what we were doing and exactly where we were when that all happened, I think what I found myself thinking about more than just the events of that day was how this nation was 2, 3, 4 days after, and for quite a period of time after that. For the first time in nearly 70 years of my life that I can remember, this entire country was one nation. This entire country rallied behind those principles, those sacred ideals that meant so much to us. It wasn't just a white response or a black response or a Hispanic response or an Asian response. It was an American response. Everyone. There was no talk about all those other things then. It was about what this country meant and how much it meant to us to preserve and protect it. I hate to think that it would take something like that to make those fires burn again. But it's a wonderful reminder that there are things sacred to all of us, regardless of race, color, creed, origin, whatever. Things that mean so much to us that we are capable of standing up hand in hand, side by side, for one common goal, like we did right after September 11th. We proved it. We proved that way down deep inside, there is something that does unite us. And I'm just hoping that we can think about that a little bit more, remember it, that we can remember to be good to each other, and remember of how important we all were to each other when we were trying to deal with those difficult days. So that's my little sermon. I hope you folks have a wonderful week. Again, please keep your prayers going for the folks in the western part of the United States having such a terrible time. And think about those things that do truly unite us. They're there. They exist. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.